Alrighty. We are back. I think that's working. I hope. I hope it's working. Yeah, that looks to be good. Cool. Let me pop out the chat. We are back after a little bit of a break. We had the 3 p.m. game last time out, so we couldn't do one of these watch-alongs, which is, standard. Need to put that there. This is a bit of an interesting game for me. I think it's going to be, quite competitive, but, it's a game that, again, like we kind of said the last few games, we should absolutely be winning. And, again, both these teams being on the same amount of points in the group stage, really, really important that we get into the top 8. So, hopefully we can do that. Hopefully we can, cement ourselves as the kind of better team. We will go through the lineups in a second here. First things first, I need to do this. This is our tie today. Wait, I also need to do this.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's match day.
There we go. My sound is really low, I've just noticed. So, we're going to do some story time as well in a second here. Story time. So, I said last time, by the time we do this stream, I should have my setup a little bit better. It's not better. I got my third monitor. It's behind my desk at the moment. Set everything up, cleared off my desk, got everything ready to have the third monitor set up, and then the cable wasn't long enough to reach. So I have to get a new cable, which is coming during this week. And then once we get that, then we'll be good. Until then, we are kind of stuck in the situation that we're in, and we'll have to deal with it. Let's talk about the two teams. Boom, this one. Starting with the Atalanta team. Now, there are some, familiar names in here. Ademola Lookman, obviously ex-Prem player. Scamacca, ex-Prem player. Kasunu, ex-AC Milan player, I believe. Martin Derone, classic. There are some kind of, obviously Kolasinac, ex-Arsenal as well. Di Catalara, very, very impressive talent. There are some, lesser-known players, and overall I think we do have the better squad, but they're going to be playing in this very classic kind of, Italian 3-4-3, and that does worry me a little bit because we suffer against 5 at the back and 3 at the back systems often, and especially if they decide to be pragmatic and then go long to Scamacca and Lookman, which is probably what they do. I think this is a 3-4-3. They could be doing some 3-5-2 shenanigans as well, possibly. Depends on where Di Catalara plays, really, because these two can obviously play both up top. The interesting thing for us is the Chelsea team, because as you can see on the graphic immediately, Moises Caicedo obviously starts. With him being suspended in the league, he is fully fit for this game and is obviously available to play this game, which is good. The main kind of nuggets of like interest for us in this game is firstly Josh Ashenpong's in the starting 11. It's the first time he's starting a game in the Champions League. Very, very happy for him. It's a bit of an odd lineup here in terms of the names. Again, I always say this, people who make the graphics aren't the people who make the team sheet, so it can be wrong, but it suggests that Chalobah is playing as the right back with Josh and vidIQ as the 2 central centre-backs. The UCL graphic had it the other way around with Josh playing as the right back. We'll have to wait and see what happens there. Personally, I think I would like to see Josh and vidIQ kind of continue their partnership. I think they played very well together last time. Further up the pitch, we obviously do not have Delap, so Joao Pedro comes in for our striker. No Palmer in the squad because he did not train. Again, still trying to get back into fitness. So instead we have Enzo in the 10, Gittins on the left-hand side, Neto on the right. Esteval is on the bench. He probably will get some involvement. I was really, really shocked, honestly, to see Enzo starting in this cam role and not Buonanotte. Simply because this is the last time that Buonanotte can play for us in the Champions League, I believe. I feel like I think I read somewhere that his squad availability runs out after this game. So surprised he doesn't play. Also, kind of, Other interesting things on here, Max Merrick's on the bench. He's obviously not going to get off it. Hopefully we see some Guiu at some point. Santos on the bench, Hato on the bench, Fofana on the bench, and Garnacho as well. Excuse me. We've got 5 minutes until kickoff. Let's quickly go through the final thing, which will be, if I can remember how to do it, the bingo card. I just realised, did this not come up when I did the I don't think it worked. Well, boom. That was supposed to come up, it didn't. There we go. I don't know. We need to do all of this stuff. And I need to pin the chat too. I haven't pinned the chat. There we go. Pin the chat. Luke, welcome in, welcome in. Let's do this. Where is... Oh, man. I'm so out of sorts, bro. This. We need to go to this. And we can see the bingo. Bingo's not much different to what we often see. I'm going to get this on big on my screen so I can see it. We have clean sheet, we have basketball, that's just for if this game is back and forth, which I think it could be. Terrible refs, over 3 yellows, we have the Pedro connection, we have the mono comms curse, we have a worldie, we have 3 points, we have Cobham grad involvement. This is just if any of the Cobham graduates are involved in a goal at some point. Doesn't have to be directly with a goal or an assist, just if they're involved in the goal. Forgot the timer as always. We have a Josh app, which we can tick off immediately because he's in the starting 11. We have a Guiu app. We have the free space, obviously. Another red card. Rescue ball in full flow. We have Caicedo, player of the match. I think that he, being fresh, I think he's going to genuinely run the midfield today. Gittins goal/assist, I think will happen. We have the Scran one as well. The camera operator has a mare, as always. Me changing my mind on a decision. Correct prediction today, I am going for a 2-1 conservative Chelsea win. I think that Atalanta are going to put up quite a big fight, and in general, I think they're going to be quite defensively solid, which is a bit concerning. Caicedo, enemy number 1, as he always often is. We have unlikely goal scorer, a fight. I don't know why I kept this on here, but why not? It's on there, and a set piece goal. So yeah, we've got 3 minutes until kickoff, and I think I just heard in my ear, yes, the commentary team has just started. So I need to go to this bit. I'm gonna not forget the timer. I'm gonna try not to. And I need to get my actual get the game up. There we go. Always good to hear the Champions League theme. Totally different squad with Moy. Yeah. Can you turn up my volume? Is my mic quiet? I don't think I should be. It's on max. I'm not really sure. It's probably just because I'm ill and I'm not talking as loudly as I normally would be, if I'm being honest. But I haven't changed anything in terms of the settings. I can't really do anything about that, unfortunately. It's on max, so excuse me. So the UCL graphic does have it up as a 3-4-3 for Atalanta and not the 3-5-2. So kind of what I was expecting. Picking up my oldest from school, so I'll be a bit in. So okay, you're not obliged to be here. Don't worry. I know how it is with the little ones, so. Reece James and Martin Darun are the 2 skippers today, so they're in the centre circle. We have Spanish referees, it seems like. Alejandro Hernandez from Spain is our referee today. Lovely. How old am I? I am 27, I believe. Yeah, 28 in January. Man, I've got I can't remember. Lookman looks familiar. Yeah, he's a former Prem guy. He played for Fulham. I think he also, I think he's something in me is saying that he's ex Spurs Academy or something like that. I think, but he's definitely at Fulham. Obviously, Sayed Kolasinac, an ex Prem guy as well, playing for Arsenal. They've got Skamaka, ex-West Ham. Who else have they got in the team? They've got Kasuna, who's ex-AC Milan, I believe, as is Catalara, I believe, too. And Martin de Roon. Who did Martin de Roon used to play for? He's been in Italy for a long time, but he used to play for someone else. Did he play for Roma, maybe? I don't remember. 18th is my birthday. January the 18th. I do feel like I am, actually talking really quietly. I don't know what's wrong with me. I have to try and move my mic a little bit closer. Fix that. There we go. Hopefully that's a little bit better. Alrighty. Lookman played... Oh, was Everton? Ah. Okay, that's the timer. I think I got it at the right time. It's probably going to be a little bit out of tune, but there we go. Long ball from Sanchez. Chelsea kicking off from right to left. Immediately there's some head tennis being played. Pedro Neto's picked up the ball on the right-hand side. And here is Josh Achimpong, who is starting at right back. So the UCL graphic had it right, and our graphic had it wrong, it seems like. Obviously, James is in midfield today. It's kind of going to play out like a back three, with Josh Achimpong on the right of the three, Chalobah as the centre of the three, and vidIQ on the left. Reece James is dropping deep to pick up the ball in possession too, which is good. Kind of playing that central centre-back role at times. Cucurella obviously doing the inversion into midfield. Here is Sanchez on the ball. They're not particularly pressing us. They're letting us... This is interesting. They're letting us play it to the wide areas, then pressing. They're doing the Newcastle United strategy. Long ball from Sanchez down the line. One in the middle. Cleared by vidIQ. Picked up by Joao Pedro. Good work from him to get it to Enzo, and then gets it back. He's in through on goal here if he can get a good touch. Kasunu's dealt with it well. And it's further cleared by Bellanova. Excuse me. Skamaka's trying to hold up the ball. Chalobah's done really well to hold him off, and has then committed the foul on Di Catalara. Yeah, in my family we have a lot of birthdays around the same time. My mother's birthday is literally the day after mine. When I was born, I kept her in the hospital over Christmas, New Year's, and her birthday. She was not particularly happy about that, let's say. Ball down the line is picked up by Cucurella. My stream is lagging so badly. The Sky Go app is having a mare. Here's Joao Pedro. He's been nicked off the ball by Martin de Roon, but straight away, Moises Caicedo is in there with a tackle and gets the ball back, as he so often does. Here's Robert Sanchez on the ball. Chalobah. He's going to spear a ball into Joao Pedro. Picks it up to Enzo. Back to Joao Pedro. Good touch from him. Here's Gittins. He's got Cucurella wide of him. Joao Pedro has started the game very, very, very well, I will say. Gittins gets past one, gets past two. He's battling away with Kasunu, who's done really well to get the ball back off him, to be fair. Here's Di Catalara to Martin de Roon. Across to Ederson. And Skamaka is running down the middle. And he will get the ball now. He does a little back heel. There's no one there with him. And Chelsea will clear with Enzo. One back by Lookman. Bit of a basketball game so far, as I kind of expected. And Josh Achimpong has to clear into touch. His Kolasinac will play the ball down the line to Lookman, who's looking to combine with Ederson in the middle and does. Here's Kasunu. Kolasinac once more. It's going to go all the way back to the goalkeeper now. Here's Bellanova. Back to the keeper. Joao Pedro is going to put on a little bit of a press here, but not too much. Kolasinac is going to try and play his way out, and does. Good work from them. It's interesting to see how Lookman is playing, because he's almost playing like a false nine, as it were. Here's De Ketelaere, great ball into Lookman. He can't get on the end of it. He's going to run out on the other side. It's picked up by the number 47 here, but the referee is going to say that's gone over the line. That's Bernasconi on the left side. He kept that on, to be fair. Yeah, I was gonna say, that's interesting. We that Bernasconi's playing instead of Zappacosta, who's been playing there, obviously ex-Chelsea. Scored an absolute banger in the Champions League for us. Was it the Champions League or was it the Europa League? I think it might have been the Europa League, I'm not sure. Here's Lookman into the box. Gets it across. It's a good block. Oh my goodness, how has De Ketelaere not scored? It was an open net for the Belgian, and he has completely and utterly scuffed it. Good start from Atalanta. Yeah, Coca's Chelsea now. Here's Martin de Roon. To Jamiti. Excuse me. It's Kolasinac. Kolasinac is asking to have the game stopped here so he can put his boot back on. And the referee has actually stopped the game. Just a little bit of ricocheting in the box has fallen. It's a great save from Sanchez initially. He tries to put the ball underneath him and he blocks it with his leg. Right. I said it's a sitter. It's actually behind him, to be fair. It's Bellanova. De Ketelaere will pick the ball up in the middle and be fouled by Benoit Badiashile, who's being very aggressive. They wanted to play the free kick quickly there. They got it out to the left-hand side. The referee has told them to take it again. Atalanta want to play quick, and, you know, credit to them. I'd rather them play quick and it be a basketball game than them, you know, play a low block like we expect these type of teams to do against us. Here's Kasunu. High press from Chelsea is forcing Bellanova back, and he's had to clear it straight off the pitch. Cucurella will take the throw on the left side. And you'd expect Atalanta to play fast here at their home stadium in Bergamo. Here's Moises Caicedo to Trevor Chalobah, across the pitch to Josh Achimpong. Chance for him to kind of drive forward if he wants to take it. He doesn't. Ball will now come to Reece James, who's playing in the middle. Gets the ball through the middle to Enzo. Little flick around the corner will not reach Joao Pedro. The second one will not reach Jamie Gittins, but Kusunu's got to be careful here. Oh, wow. The high press from Chelsea almost paying dividends there, but Gittins was offside. They can't be taking any chances in possession because we will be on them in a flash. Audio's good now, by the way. Thank you. Good to know. Here's Bellanova. His long ball is picked up by Badiashile, but De Ketelaere has done well to get it to Scamacca. Here's Ederson now. Swings the ball out to the wide areas with... Sorry, I swear he kept that off, but he kept that off the pitch. Pedro Neto's won the ball back here. Here's Joao Pedro. He's been fouled there by Jim City, but the referee has said nothing. Scamacca's tried to push Reece James over, and the referee's playing advantage. Chelsea have the ball. It's Cucurella. Pedro Neto will pick up the ball and play a first-time ball into Joao Pedro, who completely on the separate books, not even on the same page. Didn't even make the run. Here's Kasunu. Little flick from Scamacca will fall straight to Moises Caicedo, who picks up the ball. Here's Enzo. He plays it into Neto. Back to Enzo. Attack kind of breaking down a little bit as there was a little bit of a mix-up between Enzo and Caicedo in the middle, but Enzo is then bundled over by the left back, and it will be a free kick on the right-hand side of the box. It's whipped in after the free kick was taken quickly. That's the camera operator doing it already. There we go. We can take that one off. Bellanova will take the throw on the opposite side as our cross went wayward. It's cleared further by Ederson. Headed back by Reece James, and Enzo's taken a swing at the ball. It's gone very, very far over the top. Will be a goal kick to Atalanta, which they will play short to the left-hand side. Immediate high press from Josh Achimpong will win us the ball back with Moises Caicedo, but the referee has adjudged it to be a handball. His block, which is weird. It's my favourite Christmas cookie. I don't really have a favourite Christmas cookie, if I'm being honest. I don't really partake in cookies that much. I'm not particularly a big fan of sweet things. I don't have a sweet tooth. Here's Josh Achimpong. Caicedo is battling away with Ederson, and Josh will now take the ball and drive through the middle. He'll play a long ball down the left-hand side for Jamie Gittins. Can he reach this? He can. Great chest down. Up against Bellanova. Chance for him to run in behind. He goes behind. He's fouled by the referee, but he's fouled by the right back there, and the referee said nothing, says goal kick. I think that Jamie was clipped there. VAR will have to take a look at this. Doesn't win the ball. That should be a pen. They're not going to... It's one of those ones that they're just not going to give, but he does not get the ball at all. He's bundled over in the box. The referee's played on immediately. They didn't even check it seems like. Ridiculous. Here's Robert Sanchez to Moises Caicedo. Sanchez once again, who's come into the back four. He plays the ball wide for Pedro Neto, who does win the ball in the air, but it's going to fall for a Atalanta throw on the left side. It's Kolasinac to Jim City. Back to the goalkeeper, and it's going to be a long ball out to Bellanova here. Again, once again, Chelsea really, really high up the pitch when they try and play out from the back, and it's forcing them to turn over the ball. James has done really well to flick it around the corner for Cucurella. Doesn't have any really options, so he has to go back to Caicedo. Here's Achimpong to Pedro Neto. Chance for him to run at his fullback. And he does have a run at Bernasconi, and he gets it across the box, and it's cleared for a Chelsea corner. Good work from Pedro there. Cleared by Kolasinac. Yeah, Neto's really come into his own this year. We've taken it short. It's crossed quickly by Enzo. Joao Pedro gets a flick in the box, a little bit of head tennis, and it's cleared. Lookman underneath the ball is not able to beat Reece James with the ball. It'll be collected now by Caicedo. Here's Josh Achimpong, who's on the left at the moment. He plays it to Jamie Gittins. He's waiting for some support. Cucurella will now give, but he has to go back. Reece James to Caicedo to Trevor. Reece will play the ball through the lines to Joao Pedro. Great pass, and he does a great turn as well. He's fouled by Jim City. The referee says nothing, and now Atalanta have got a chance to break. Here's Di Catalara. Villanova outside of him, gets the overlap, plays the ball across, and it's cleared by Trevor Chalobah in the middle. Villanova looks like he's hurt himself in that, after making that run down the right-hand side. It seems to be a hamstring injury or something. He is seriously injured here. He's got his head in his hands. That looks like a bad one. I think it's a hammy that he's pulled. He's sprinted about 80 yards up the pitch to make this overlap and put the ball in. Puts the ball in. And then I don't actually know what happens to him. He just stays down after he crossed the ball in. Are they looking at his thigh here? What are they looking at? Oh, it's a hammy. It's a hammy. It's his right hammy that's gone. That's really sad to see. Yeah, he can tell that that's a bad one. It's Villanova who's down. He is okay. Good thing is he's up on his feet, so it's not really bad. He is walking it off at least, but you never like to see that. It'll be interesting to see who comes on for him. It generally might be Zappacosta, ex-Chelsea player. He can play on the right side, of course. Usually plays on the left side for Atalanta, but yeah, it is ex-Chelsea man Davide Zappacosta. Genuinely one of my favourite players when he was at us. I was really upset that he didn't play more for us. Back when he was a part of the Chelsea setup. He is the number 77 on the right side now. He's going to dink the ball down to Scamacca. De Catalara with an absolutely beautiful ball out to the left-hand side for Lookman. He tries to play the ball in, but it's blocked by Moises Caicedo. It's going to fall to Kolasinac now. Great pass from him, but Josh Achampong is wise to it. Will clear. I believe that was against Karabakh, wasn't it? His worldie that he scored. Which is ironic, considering we could have used that against them earlier in the campaign. Here he is again. Derone will play it to Kasunu. Across the pitch, here's Jim City. He plays the ball out. You know what? Lookman has been so good at holding the ball up today. Here's Scamacca. Plays it wide for Zappacosta, but Cucurella gets there ahead of him. Flicked back to him by Jamie Gittins, but he can never really get the ball under control there. Here's Kolasinac once more. He plays the ball through the middle to Scamacca, who was clearly offside there, but the referees said nothing. Here's Zappacosta on the overlap on the right side. He goes outside Cucurella. It's a great cross, and it's a fantastic double block. Derone with a shot at the end of it, and it going over the top. I'm not sure who made... I think that might have been a Sanchez save in the end. The first one is blocked by Trevor. Oh, you know what? It's Josh Achampong with a fantastic intervention. Yeah, Trevor blocks the first one. It's a certain goal. Genuinely a certain goal for Ademola Lookman if Josh isn't there. They shouldn't have even gotten that chance, because I think Scamacca was offside in the build-up, but oh well. Sanchez will play the daisy cutter to Pedro Neto. Joao Pedro will flick it forward for Enzo back to Joao Pedro. Here's Enzo once more. Good attacking play, but the move slowed down a little bit. Joao Pedro's going to run down the right-hand side now. He has been taken off the ball now. Ball will be cleared up the pitch. Lookman will win the ball off of, I think that was Josh who made the run up the pitch. Here's Zappacosta wide right. Now they're going to slow things down. Here's Martin Derone. Kolasinac to Lookman. Great tackle from Moises Caicedo, wins it in the middle. Enzo will now play it full down the line for Pedro Neto. He's rapid and he's up against Sead Kolasinac, who isn't the fastest. The referee has said that that's a great challenge. I mean, I thought the ball went out, but alright. Long ball from Jim City will go for Scamacca. He's going to be met by Trevor Chalobah, who does really well to get it to Sanchez under pressure. And now there is another Atalanta player down. The referee stopped the game again. It's Kolasinac who's down. Not sure what actually happened to him. He's taken, he's kind of taken a boot to the face, but not really. And then he's gotten up after the challenge, cleared the ball, and then fallen back to the floor again and held his head. Footballers are weird human beings, man. Genuinely. Here's Robert Sanchez. Just waiting for a pass forward to arise. Enzo is the man who is free here, and he does receive the ball. Here's Trevor Chalobah. We need to be getting the ball out to Josh a bit more. He doesn't seem to be happening as often as I would like. Interesting that Josh is now playing fully as a right back at this current time, as both Enzo and Caicedo have dropped deep. Back to Sanchez. It seems like Chelsea are just slowing the game down a little bit here. Long ball from Sanchez will go to the left-hand side for Gittins. Zappacosta will head the ball out. We're up the pitch now. Yeah, they're doing a lot of good man-to-man marking here at Atalanta. It's making it hard for us to break them down. It's a long ball over the top for Josh Achibong, but it's too lengthy for Pedro Neto to latch onto. We'll go straight to the goalkeeper. Ball picked up in the middle by Moises Caicedo once again. Here's Sanchez. Once again, Enzo's the free man. He does pick up the ball. Oh, Pedro Neto made a great run there. He wasn't spotted. Ball's going to go back to Sanchez here. To Trevor. To Caicedo. We basically need someone to pick up the ball in the middle and turn on the ball. It's just not happening at the moment. Thoughts on the Salah situation? I think two things. I think Salah has been greatly disrespected by his club, and I think that Jamie Carragher is a cunt. So yeah, there we go. I think the disrespect that that club has for a player that has carried them on his back for the last 5-6 years is kind of ridiculous, honestly. We did have a quick corner there. It's been taken by Pedro Neto. Here's Enzo. to Reece James in the overlap. He gets it across, and it's a great touch in by João Pedro, but the flag is up. I think it's James from the initial pass that's offside. But it will be checked. Ooh. It's Martin Derone who might be keeping him on here. Let's see. The pass to João Pedro is fine. It's the first pass to James that is going to be the interesting one here. It said it's Martin Derone in the middle. He does take a step and James is leaning forward. We'll have to see the lines being drawn. It's taking a long time to look at it. Referee is now calling the two captains over, who ironically are the two players involved in this situation. And he's done the VAR signal. It's a goal. Chelsea are 1 goal up, and it's a one off of the bingo card immediately because it's a common grab involvement. That's João Pedro's first Champions League goal as well. Let's go. Is there anything else? No, I will take basketball. It has been very basketball-y already, so I'll take that. Wait, is there anything we can give the refs? Terrible refs as per? No, that's pretty good. So really good finish by João Pedro. The amount of times that we ask for our strikers to make that front run to the front post so someone can tap the ball in and they don't do it. It's great to see him actually do it. Gets a little poke beyond the goalkeeper. Good finish. Even better assist, honestly. And you know what? That's such a good goal for him, for his confidence, because he's been a little bit out of form, let's say, in the last like 4 or 5 games, and with Delap obviously being injured and probably going to be out for about a month, he's going to have to step up. So good to see him getting into form when it matters. Caicedo will win the long ball. You got to say as well, it's a little bit against the run of play, which is good for us. Here's Kasunu. Plays the ball back to the keeper, who will clear it long. Scamacca's going to try and beat Benoit Badiashile to the ball, but doesn't. Or rather, that was Trevor Chalobah. Big chant of carefree goes out through the Gewis Stadium. Here's Kasunu again. Zappacosta. Long ball from him is picked up by Badiashile. Here's Reece James. Can James get the ball forward? Ball will go back to Sanchez. Here's Enzo. Oh, bit of a hospital pass to Josh Achimpong, but I was going to say he kept it on. The referee's adjudged to it to have gone off the pitch. You know, I say this, yeah. It looks really weird seeing Josh Achimpong without the afro. GMCT will get the ball back to the keeper. And then pick up the ball once more. Here's Edison. He tried to play the ball into Di Catalara, but Benoit Badiashile, who had gone up the pitch, had won it in the middle. We tried to break forward, but the ball not going to go forward. And then the long ball from Atalanta has resulted in a yellow card for Trevor Chalobah, I believe, who was holding on to Scamacca. Yeah, Chalabar getting himself a yellow there. Maybe a bit of an unnecessary challenge. Yeah, rather unnecessary. Here's Zappacosta from the free kick. To Kasunu. To Kolasinac. Oh, ball up to Ademola Lookman was a good one, but he couldn't make it stick and it's gone off the pitch for a throw. We're now getting shown the graphic for the onside, and yep, it was Martin de Roon who was keeping him on. Here's Di Ketelara. Gets the ball to the back post for Ademola Lookman. Caicedo gets in the way. Josh with another great block. Reece James will win it in the middle. It's Joao Pedro to Cucurella. Gets it to James. He's going to get it back to Joao Pedro, who's playing at left back at the moment. Benoit Badiashile will then clear it further, but only as far as Kolasinac. Here's Di Ketelara once more. He plays the ball to the back post. Won by Josh Achimpong. Really, really calm defending. And then eventually, Cucurella has to blast it out. Zappacosta will take the throw to Kasunu. Here's Jim Citi once more. Kolasinac, who kind of plays as this... kind of plays in that Zinchenko role, as it were. He's making the kind of inversion from that third centre-back position. He's usually the one that plays the ball forward. Here's Di Ketelara, tackled by Benoit Badiashile, but judged to have been a foul. Interesting battle between those two. Yeah, no touch on the ball from Benoit there. Kasunu to Zappacosta. Ball has gone long to Zappacosta, who will pick up the ball, but he's challenged by Cucurella. Will be a Atalanta throw. Here's Zappacosta once more. He's going to try and burst down the right-hand side. His ball will ricochet off of Cucurella for a corner to Atalanta. And it will be the left-back, Bernasconi, who's taking this. Scamacca, the obvious target. The ball's going to go into the front post and be cleared. And then cleared even further by Cucurella. Zappacosta's underneath it, and he had to get that right because Enzo was sniffing right underneath his neck there. Good work from him to get it back to the keeper. It's Edison. It's Kusunu. He's going to drive through the middle of the pitch like Josh Achimpong would. And eventually the ball does have to just get passed back though. It's Bernasconi. Long ball for Ademola Lookman, but the ball has gone off the pitch. I think that was via a Chelsea ricochet though, so it should be another throw for them. And it is. Oof. Jim Citi has taken so many chances on the ball. Eventually one of those is gonna cost him, I tell you. Great hold-up play from Scamacca. He turns and gets the ball in behind for Ademola Lookman, and it's a fantastic challenge from Josh Achimpong to stop him from getting a shot off on goal. And then the flag will go up for offside, which should have gone up about 30 seconds earlier. Yeah, no, they got a new coach recently, actually. Yeah, Lookman's off by an absolute mile. That's a fantastic tackle from Josh regardless, though. Great defending. Hey, that's the thing about Josh, yeah, is he's so lengthy. He can make those kind of hooking challenges all the time. Free kick will be taken by Robert Sanchez, who's being jeered by the crowd as he tries to get the players up the pitch. Long ball will go to the left channel, held up by Joao Pedro. Good work from him to get it to Cuckoo, but Cucurella will be unable to keep the ball on the pitch. It will be a Chelsea throw, though. Here's Trevor Chalobah to Josh Achampong. Here's Robert Sanchez. Story of how Josh was scouted is very, very amusing. Great ball from the left-hand side to Pedro Neto. He won the ball in the air, but then lost the ball, so couldn't receive it on the other end. 10 minutes to go in this half, and it's gone very, very quickly. So, supposedly the story of Josh being scouted is that we sent a scout to look for a certain attacker. He was one of our attacking scouts. And the attacker that he was looking at was marked so well by Josh Achampong that they basically changed their mind and said, you know what, we should get this defender instead. Which I think is very, very funny. That Josh was so good at marking the player that they were interested in, they were like, yeah, you know what? Let's get this guy. Joao Pedro holds the ball up well. Enzo will then give the ball away in the middle. Chance for Atalanta to break. Here's Lookman up against Josh once more. Here's Edison. He'll play the ball wide right to Zappacosta, who is offside, and the flag will go up. Yeah, off by a mile. See, that's how quickly the flag should have gone up for the other one. Don't know why it didn't. Sanchez will take the free kick after getting the players up the pitch. The crowd very much getting frustrated at Sanchez's time taking. Jamie Gittins will pick up the ball here. Does really well up against Zappacosta. He's been fouled about 3 times there. The referee eventually gives it. Free kick was given, and James will take it and give it to Benoit Badiashile. Here's Josh Achampong to Pedro Neto. Tries to play the 1-2 with Enzo. His pass forward was ricocheted off of Said Kolasinac for a Chelsea throw. Here's Josh to Trevor. Back to Sanchez. The space to play it into Cucurella there. He didn't take it. Instead, he will go back to Trevor Chalobah. Easy for me to say. Sanchez will play the ball long once more. Jamie Gittins, the man who's chasing this. The goalkeeper's come out for this. They've had a bit of a mix-up here in the centre-back position. And, they got really lucky there. The ball was cleared eventually and fell to Cucurella, who could have taken a shot, but he headed it forward. And instead it went straight to the goalkeeper. Kasunu's tried to play the ball out from the back and has made a mistake again here. Here's Reece James on the edge of the box. Oh, you know he wants to take a shot, but the space wasn't there for it. Goes back to Caicedo. Here's Pedro Neto on the right-hand side. Chance for him to run at Bernasconi. Instead, he plays it back to Josh. Caicedo. Josh made such a good run and he wasn't spotted. Here's James once more. Benoit Badiashile. Round the corner to Gittins. And then the ball was played back to Benoit and he tried to play a ball forward, but Cucurella wasn't on the same wavelength. Here's Edison to Di Catalara. Back to Edison. will be an Atalanta throw on the right side. Great tackle from Enzo. Here is Zappacosta to Kusunu. Jim City to Kolasinac. Jim City again. Here's Edison again. Bernasconi's almost giving the ball away to Enzo. The high pressure has paid off though because Pedro Neto's picked up the ball. Lookman's done well to win it ball back though. They're going to play it back to the keeper, and again, Joao Pedro is sniffing around the goalkeeper every time the ball goes back to him. Josh will win the ball from the long ball. Scamacca will hold up the ball and then be fouled by Trevor Chalobah, supposedly. I don't think Trevor really does much wrong there, if I'm being honest. I think Scamacca might have just pulled something. I'm not even sure what even happened there. Here's Benoit Badiashile. 5 minutes to go. Plus whatever they add on. Long ball from Sanchez to the right-hand side where Josh is. Great touch from him to take it away from Lookman. Then plays it to Enzo. Under pressure from Sead Kolasinac, he'll play it back to Josh. Here's Benoit. Cucurella to Gittins. Oh, his touch was just let him down. The ball's rolled out. I just feel like Gittins and Cucurella don't have the same connection that Garnacho and Cucu do. I wonder if that is a thing because they obviously, both of them speak Spanish or something. Not sure. Moises Caicedo will win it in the middle here. Great chance for him to get it back, and there's a handball, clear handball from Sead Kolasinac, which has been awarded. Free kick for Chelsea in a pretty promising position. This is a whipper for Reece James. I can't believe that they haven't given that as a yellow, by the way. Looks like this will be a Reece James whipper. Pedro Neto is also over it. Josh, Benoit Badiashile and Chalobah are all in the box, as is JP. Gittins is the man on the edge. And it will go to Moises Caicedo on the edge of the box here. James will then whip the ball in eventually. It will be cleared by Scamacca. Ball has fallen for Jamie Gittins. To Moises Caicedo on the halfway line. He's going to whiz the ball out to Pedro Neto, but his pass is not great. Now Lookman will pick up the ball. Bernasconi has made the overlap, but it's Benoit Badiashile on the right-hand side who has come over to make the tackle. Good work from Ben there. Here's Edison. To Jim City, all the way across to Zappacosta. Sead Kolasinac will play the ball forward, but it's won by Josh Achampong. It will ricochet back and go to Scamacca. He whips the ball around the corner to Zappacosta. Chance for him to pick his head up and get a pass, and he will play it to Kusunu, who's playing in the right back position at the moment. Good pass from Zappacosta to De Catalara, but Cucurella is there to win the ball back. James has made a hospital pass and given it back to Edison. We keep winning the ball back perfectly, but then we keep just... Our pass out is not good enough. Pass forward for Ademola Lookman is offside. Did my... Oh, my thing didn't update. No one told me. There you go. That should work now. Hello? Oh, I'm an absolute idiot. That's why. I clicked the wrong thing. Thank you for letting me know. Long ball from Sanchez. Lookman will try and hold the ball up here and play it back to Jim City. He'll play it across the pitch to Davide Zappacosta. Here's Kasunu. Ball through the lines is a bad one because Benoit Badiashile picked it up. Can he play the ball forward in the midfield at the moment? Here's Cuckoo. Eventually we're forced back to Sanchez. Ball up to Josh Achimpong. Here's Pedro Neto. Enzo has made the run, and Pedro Neto's done really well to get it to Joao Pedro. He'll get it to Enzo on the right-hand side. Loads of space in the middle for Pedro Neto if they get the ball to him, but no one does. 3 minutes of added time will be played. Here's Reece James. Out to the left-hand side where Pedro Neto is now. Both wingers on the left-hand side. Neto will play the ball in behind for Cucurella, who gets it across the box, and it's a fantastic intervention by Sead Kolasinac, because Pedro Neto would have had a tap in. Will be a Chelsea corner, I believe. Might be a throw, actually, I'm not sure. No, it is a corner. James is on the corner. Taken short to Cucurella. And Neto will then pick the ball up here on the left side. He plays a 1-2 with Cucurella. Great one. Ball whipped into the front post, but no one's there. Scamacca, who was at the front post, is the one who clears it. Good little 1-2 there. Ball needs to be better. Will be a Chelsea throw on the left side near the box. Here's Reece James. To Caicedo. Cross the pitch to Josh Achimpong. Here's Pedro Neto. 1v1 versus Bernasconi. He's teasing him. He's got 3 men on him there, Neto. They're having to double and triple up on him to stop him. Chalobah to Josh. Back to Chalobah. To James. Chalobah. Sanchez. Long ball from him. High up the pitch to Joao Pedro, who's knocked it on here for Enzo, who's running in on goal. Oh, and he's just tackled by Kolasinac. He just didn't have the legs to get in behind there and get away from his man. It's good defending from him. The ball forward has gone to Jamie Gittins, and his pass to Cucurella is, again, those two not having the right connection. High press from Chelsea has forced them all the way back to the goalkeeper. It's only 1 more minute to play. Here's Edison under pressure from Caicedo in the box. Bernasconi has to clear it. Scamacca will take the touch down and get it to Lookman. Great, good 1-2 between those two. Edison will then play the ball out to the right-hand side where Zappacosta was, but Cucurella was wise to it and he gets the ball. Ball was then smacked off of Zappacosta, but it double ricocheted, and it will be a Chelsea, a Atalanta throw. Here's De Catalara. Across the pitch to Edson. Last chance for them to get something from this half. And he's tackled by Moises Caicedo excellently. Here's Pedro Neto. Can he get the ball down the line? Nope, because the referee will blow the whistle for half-time. And it's a good start from Chelsea. Again, I think that Atalanta have been overall, in the game as I kind of expected. I did think it would be a bit of a basketball game. I think that we've just been a little bit disconnected in our partnerships all over the pitch. We've been pressing very, very well, winning the ball back very, very well, but not really doing much with those turnovers so far. Chelsea ahead after a good cross in from Reece James and a tap in from Joao Pedro. We can't complain. We're ahead despite not being 100% at our best. I am going to put on the Be Right Back screen so I can get a drink and maybe a snack. And also, I don't know why I haven't done this before, but I all the time when I'm like, oh, I'm going to be right back, I'll put the Be Right Back screen on. And I don't ever run an ad, because I could run the ads during the break when no one's actually watching anything. I don't do that often enough, so I'm going to do that once I fix the the template here. Cool, hopefully that's worked. It has not. There we go. Wait. Hang on. Where is this? This is not here for some reason. There we go. Now it's there. Right, cool. I will be right back, and I will mute here, and then, yeah, I'm going to see if I can run an ad. Hopefully it'll work. Alrighty, we are back. I don't know if that worked, by the way, because I don't have previews on the stream. So we'll go to this and pop the stuff on. I also need to go to this, make sure that I don't mess the timer up. You know what? I'm actually going to take on the bingo card. Forgot the timer for the scoreline mishap in the first half. Boom. Is there anything else we can have here at the moment? Not really. Over 3 yellows. There's been 1, I think. Apart from that, pretty much everything is the same. Yeah. Boop. Oh, I did, yeah, I just seen that message. Yeah, I have heard about Mudryk. Supposedly he might be getting loaned out, as he has apparently had his suspension shortened, but I'm not sure how much I trust the source, in all honesty. The one that was majorly reporting it has been very, very wrong in the past, so I'm not 100% kind of certain on that. Also, this is not updated yet. Hopefully that's worked. I'm getting a warning on my stream for my bitrate. I don't really know why. Seems to be running fine. No idea. Weird. Let's take a gander at what Twitter is saying right now. As we so often do. Lots of people are commenting on how good Josh Achampong is being. Yeah. Yeah, pretty much everyone's just like, cool. Josh Achampong is fantastic. Great finish from Joao Pedro. And someone mentioned, I'll see if I can find the tweet again. It's Sumit was like, it's like really painful. Joao Pedro is so good at finishing, but he's just constantly decides to try and play the tiki-taka weird stuff all the time. Which is what I was saying about him in the last game. I was like, I wish he just stopped trying to do all the little flicks and stuff and just played the game. Players are back in the tunnel and will be coming out again. Let's look at in terms of the other fixtures, currently the big one to mention at the moment is Barcelona 1-0 down to Frankfurt. Which is really funny considering what I said to them. I had a bit of an exchange. I had a bit of an exchange with a Barca fan on Twitter, and I was basically like, "Hey, like, don't, keep your eyes on the mirrors because you've lost against us. If you lose any more, you might not make the top 8." Spurs are ahead at Slavia Prague, I think. Or was it Red Star? I'm not sure who they're playing. Who are they playing? I think it's Slavia Prague. Yeah, Slavia Prague. It was actually a Zima own goal that got them ahead. Good. I will be... Oh, I could also check off of the... I could check off of the bingo card, the Monch thing, because I'm going to be eating now. Interestingly, Wes Fofana is coming on for Trevor Chalobah. Not sure if that's a plan change or with obviously our next game in mind, or if that's an injury problem. It's probably he got a yellow card in the first half, of course. Right, second half has kicked off. Atalanta kicking from right to left. Long ball from the keeper will fall to Reece James, who clears. Kasunu will clear it further, but it'll just go back to him from Benoit Badiashile. His second clearance is not a good one, and James will pick up the ball. Here's Gittins. Reece back to Benoit Badiashile. So now we have that little French partnership in the middle now. Let's see how that partnership works out. Here is Wesley Fofana with his first touch. Long ball from Robert Sanchez into the channel for Jamie Gittins to run onto. Instead it will be headed down by Zappacosta. Caicedo will play a bit of a hospital pass here, and Catalara will almost get on the end of it, but Caicedo made up for his mistake by winning the ball back. Trevor Chalobah got subbed. Here's Reece James. To Enzo. Ball around the corner for Joao Pedro. Good little flick for Cucurella. And Kasuna got really lucky there. He slipped over and almost gave the ball straight through to Enzo Fernandez, but he recovered well. Here's Catalara. To Zappacosta. Here's Jim Citi. Here's Bernasconi. Edison is forced back. Bernasconi will give the ball away to Josh Achimpong, but Edison will win the ball back. Pedro Neto gets it off him. Bit of head tennis on the right-hand side here. Josh Achimpong has then headed it straight to Scamacca. Here's Adaloma... I can't speak English. Here's Lookman, who's eventually tackled by Josh Achimpong once again, who's been absolutely phenomenal today. Long ball from him is for Joao Pedro to chase, and it will force Kasunu all the way back to the goalkeeper. Oh, keeper, man. We have been so close every time with those high presses to stealing the ball and making them give the ball straight to us. Here's Lookman. Here's Kolasinac. To Kasunu. Zappacosta. Under pressure from Gittins, he'll give it back to Kasunu. Oh, bit of a rough tackle in the middle there by Enzo Fernandez. The referee said nothing about it. Now he will pull it back eventually. Just completely barged him down to the floor for no reason. Oh. In fact, they didn't actually give the foul for Edison. They actually pulled it back for the foul on Enzo. So we've got a free kick here. It's Caicedo who's going to take it. Here's Josh. To Wesley Fofana. Back to Sanchez. Long ball from Robert Sanchez to Jamie Gittins. Good tackle in the middle by Reece James. Will get the ball off of Edison. He's used his strength well to get away from him too. Here's Caicedo. Robert Sanchez will launch the ball long eventually. Given away by Di Catalara, here's Jamie Gittins. Spins his man excellently and gets away. There's a pass forward here for Enzo Fernandez, who's in the box here. Can he get the ball across to Pedro Neto? Oh. He's just tackled right at the last chance by Kasunu, I believe it was. Here's Lookman on the other end. Caicedo's won the ball back in the middle here off of Lookman. The referee says nothing, no foul. Ball will go out to Pedro Neto. Depleted numbers for Atalanta here, and Pedro Neto is going to skip past his man. Gets to the byline. Whips it to the back post where Enzo is. He flicks it to Gittins. Back to Enzo. It's going to be Reece James with a strike. It's going to ricochet back to him, and he's going to take another one. Oh! I can't believe he's not scored. Oh my god, it's so close. We are having this problem where Enzo is making those runs and being really, really good, but he's not pacey enough to get in behind like that. We need someone who can, you know, actually utilise those positions a bit more. Maybe like a Buonanotte, for example. Here's Lookman once more. Up against Moises Caicedo and Josh, and Caicedo will win that duel. Atalanta throw on the left side to be taken by Bernasconi. Looks like it's going to be a long throw for them. Is into the front post. It's flicked on by Scamacca. Will be cleared by Gittins at the back post. It's going to fall to De Ketelaere. It's blocked. Here's Derone. Zappacosta pulls it across for Ademola Lookman. The flag stays... No, the flag goes up, but it should be offside. Every single Chelsea player calling for it. Let's see if VAR checks this. He does look a bit... He does look a bit of a... Yeah, he's a mile off. He's a mile off. No discussion there. Chelsea will keep the ball rolling. Here's Wesley Fofana. Achiampong to Enzo, who's thrown over by Martin Derone. That's his second one on Enzo in a very short space of time. I'm surprised the referee hasn't given him a yellow. He has given him a talking to, though. Then again, he is the captain, so... Great ball out from Sanchez to Joao Pedro, and he knocks it down great. Pedro Neto picks it up. Gets it into the middle for Cucurella. He will get it to Reece James. Out wide to Jamie Gittins. 1v1 versus Zappacosta. He's going to take the strike here, and it's deflected. It's a good save by Bernasecchi. Chance for Ederson to break. Here's Lookman. Back to Ederson. It's Martin Derone. Zappacosta. Di Ketelaere. Plays it to the back post where Lookman is. He's going to play it across for Scamacca, and it's cleared by Wesley Fofana. Cleared even further by Moises Caicedo. Game's opening up a little bit. Here's Kolasinac. Here's Bernasconi. Flick ball around the corner for Lookman. Here's Kolasinac. Derone to De Ketelaere. He's going to get to the byline and put the ball to the back post where Scamacca is, and it's a tap-in. Terrible, terrible defending from Chelsea to just let De Ketelaere get to the byline like that. It's the type of service you can't be letting strikers like Scamacca getting. It's just not good enough from Cuckoo. Or Gittins, to be fair, both of them. And Fofana and Josh both flew Scamacca at the back post. There's nothing Sanchez can do. Well, we've got to go again. Here's Sanchez. Sanchez has played a hospital pass. Luckily, Enzo wins it in the middle. Here's Reece James. Cucurella will get it away to Enzo. Martin de Rome will win the ball back off him. Here's Edison. Gets to Lookman. Up against Josh. He'll play it to Bernasconi on the overlap. His cross is easily dealt with by Sanchez, and now Sanchez will look to break. But we've slowed it down a little bit here. Here's Josh Achampong. Long ball from Sanchez will ricochet into the back of Caicedo, and Enzo's won it in the middle, but the referee's given a foul against Sead Kolasinac. Here's Jimciti. Kolasinac to Bernasconi. 1-2 with Lookman. Will get it back to him. Is Edison into the box. Gets it across to Scamacca. And his ball across is then cut out by Gittins. Basunu's just going to walk up the pitch now. His ball is blocked by Cucurella. Here's De Ketelaere, who goes straight into the middle again. Badiashile gets it away this time. We just need a lull in the game here because we don't really have... They've got momentum and we can't slow the game down. Here's Kolasinac. Lookman will be tackled by Caicedo, but it's going to ricochet back to them. Here's Scamacca. It's a good intervention from Wesley Fofana to stop him from getting a clean shot off, and the ball will trundle over to Sanchez. Long ball from Sanchez to the right-hand side. Pedro Neto will win that duel with Bernasconi. He's getting in behind here. Pedro Neto. Can he get the ball across to Joao Pedro? He can, but it's cleared off his toe by Kasunu. It's going to be a corner for Chelsea. It's great work from Neto. Will be a Pedro Neto corner from the right-hand side. In-swinger. We're good from these set pieces. Signal goes up. Signal goes down. Ball will play into the back post, and the keeper will claim that so easily. It's a dreadful ball in the end. Here's Kolasinac. Ederson. Chelsea haven't really gotten back from the corner yet. Here's De Ketelaere. Tackled by Caicedo, and the referee's given a foul for basically nothing there. Let's see, does he actually win the ball here? No, okay. It's a bit soft, but it doesn't win the ball. Can't believe there's 2 players on De Ketelaere at the back when he makes that running behind, and not a single one of them blocks that cross. Horrific defending. Will be a free kick for Atalanta in a relatively promising position on the left-hand side, about 28 to 30 yards out. Sanchez makes his wall. It's Scamacca and Bernasconi who are over the free kick here. Looks more like it will be Scamacca. It will be, and it's off the wall for a corner. Lookman will take the corner short. Chelsea are out quickly to stop him. Bernasconi will whip the ball in. It's flicked on by Scamacca, and it's a great save from Sanchez, and the ball will be cleared. Almost a chance of break for Pedro Neto, but the ball will go back to the keeper. The home side very much dominating the game now. I think we may need some substitutions to help us kind of get back into this. Lookman up against Achampong. Plays it to the back post, and Benoit Badiashile will get it away with a header. Feels like a game like the pace of Guiu, for example, could really change things. The press of Guiu. Maybe Andre Santos coming on in the middle would be good too. Bernasconi has been tackled by Josh Achampong. James will pick it up and play it to Pedro Neto. Here's Enzo, who'll play it in behind for Pedro Neto. He's put the burners on, but he can't beat Ederson to the ball. Ederson's got to be careful here not to give the ball away. And instead he will play it down the line for Kolasinac, who again has a little bit of a mix-up. They will get it away though. Ball to Jim City. De Ketelaere will be matched by Benoit Badiashile. There are some Chelsea changes about to be made. Ball will go back to the keeper. It's hoofed up into the air. Benoit Badiashile is underneath this one and will head it forward. But no one is in a position to pick up the ball. Here's Lookman. He plays the ball around the corner and it's cut out by Josh Achampong, but he couldn't get the pass right. We'll come back at us again. Achampong can't get the ball off of Scamacca. Here's Lookman. De Ketelaere running up the pitch on the right side, or the left side rather. No, the right side. I got it right the first time. Here's Kasunu. Lookman once again. Here's Bernasconi. Kolasinac takes a heavy touch and he's given it away to Enzo. Chance for Chelsea to break here. He gets it to Jamie Gittins on the left-hand side. Being tracked by Zappacosta. He's been dragged back and the referee said nothing. The clearance is not a good one though, and we'll come back at them. Here's Caicedo to Benoit Badiashile. Cucurella to James. Caicedo once more. Here's Fofana. Ball to Josh Achampong is a good one. He's going to surge forward here. He needs some support. He's not getting it. He holds off Lookman and will get it to Pedro Neto now. Here's Reece James into the middle for Caicedo. Swept across for Benoit Badiashile. Caicedo to Enzo. Around the corner, but no one's there to receive the pass. The ball will then be returned. Here's Kusunu. Under pressure from Cucurella, he'll play it wide. Zappacosta also under pressure from Gittins. He'll play it over the top. De Ketelaere will win the ball. It'll be a throw for Atalanta on the right side. And now those Chelsea changes will commence. I think Garnacho is one of the players coming on. Can't tell because they're showing replays, of course. It's Malo Gusto and Garnacho coming on. Gittins coming off in a like-for-like change. And Fernandez is the other one who's coming off, who I think is... Yeah, I think that's a smart decision because he looked a bit leggy. Oh. It's not Gittins, actually. It's Neto who's coming off, which is a bit weird. Here's Scamacca holding up the ball. Gets it to Zappacosta. Badiashile comes across and deals with the danger. I wonder if that means that Josh is going to go into midfield or if it is Gusto. I think Gusto is playing as an attacking midfielder here. Which is kind of crazy. Here's Bernasconi. Round the corner for Lookman. Tackled by Caicedo. Here's Jim Citi. Back to the goalkeeper. I'm really surprised that João Pedro is still on the pitch, by the way. He looks so knackered. Zappacosta will play it off of Cucurella for a throw. Scamacca with a little flick. But won by Badiashile. Good defending from him. Here's Caicedo. Here's Robert Sanchez coming into the back four. Reece James plays a direct pass over the top for Jamie Gittins, but it will just fall to the goalkeeper. Chelsea not really being able to fashion any chances now. Long ball from Kolasinac will go straight over the top for Wesley Fofana to collect. Game losing a bit of that pace and that sting they had earlier. Now, here's Caicedo. Malo Gusto with his first touch will get it back to Moy, but here's Benoit Badiashile now. Here's Sanchez. Long ball to the left-hand side for Sanchez. It's actually going to fall for João Pedro here if he can get on the end of it, but Zappacosta will header it back smartly to the goalkeeper. Atalanta trying to play it out from the back here. We're putting on a very high press. Ball will eventually go to Scamacca, but it's won by Wes Fofana. So the issues I was having with the stream, by the way, weren't actually my stream. It was actually the feed, because they've just come up with a thing saying, like, sorry for the inconveniences. Ball's flicked on by Joao Pedro. Smashed away by Kasunu. Scamacca's been horribly tackled by Wesley Fofana, and here comes Zappacosta running down the right-hand side. Can he get the ball to anyone in the middle? No, it's wild, the cross. And it'll fall to Gittins on the opposite side, who is now playing on the right, by the way. The referee is going to stop the game because Scamacca is down, I believe. In fact, it's actually Fofana who's injured. Oh, he gets a kick in the face after the challenge. Doesn't look intentional at all. Yeah, no, there's no intention behind it. Maybe. I don't know. Arhanor is coming on for Kasunu. Kolasinac is also coming off. Not sure who for, though. Oh, I know. Kasunu... Oh, Kasunu's staying on. They've changed their mind. So Kasunu's come off for Arhanor. Or rather, Kolasinac has come off for Arhanor. And now, Scamacca is coming off for someone. Wes is fine. He just took a hit to the face. He'll be okay. It's Kustovic who's coming on. Fofana looks okay. I think he might have a cut on his eye, maybe. From the studs. Will be a drop ball eventually. Will be given straight to us. Which is ridiculous because they're dropping the ball to the goalkeeper. We were halfway up the pitch. But it will be dropped now. Here's Sanchez, who will pick up the ball. And now he's going to play the ball long to the right-hand side. Caicedo wins it in the middle. Derone. Ball forward from Malagusto is a good one, and here comes Joao Pedro, who's on the right side. Cuts back. Needs some support. Plays it to the back post, but no one's there. Will be cleared, but Reece James is underneath it. De Ketelaere is going to fall to the floor, holding his face for literally nothing. And now he's going to get up and try and fight Reece James. Not a smart idea. Goes down holding his face like he's been shot, and then when Reece says a word to him, he jumps back up to his feet like he's perfectly okay and tries to start a fight. That's textbook simulation in my eyes. Barely hits him, man. Get up, you absolute pansy. Here's Edison to Kasunu. Zappacosta plays the ball long. Will go straight to Benoit Badiashile, who hits it forward to Joao Pedro. Good work from Joao Pedro to hold on to the ball. Is Garnacho on the left side. Gonna drive into the box here. Gonna take a shot, and it goes straight into the goalkeeper. More productive, though. Straight down the middle of the goal, that shot from Garnacho. Long ball has been taken, but the referee stopped the game for some reason. for... What's happening? It's Fofana. He can't see, so he needs to be substituted. I think that's you know what? I genuinely think that kick in the face is deliberate. That the way he has fallen over is so bizarre. Like his leg flailing out like that is so weird. And collective groans will go out the stadium as Tosin Adarabioyo seems to be the man who's going to replace him. Not in the greatest form, Tosin. Which is frustrating because that's one of our attacking substitutions now gone too. Game will restart. Here's Jim City. Ahanor. To the goalkeeper as a high press. Oh, almost given away. And eventually was given away as Caicedo picked up the ball. Tosin will play the ball long. Cut out by Ahanor. Good tackle from Josh Achimpong. Here's Joao Pedro. Round the corner for Jamie Gittins. He's tackled by Ahanor. Gittins will take the throw on the right hand side, but he's going to leave it for Josh Achimpong. Plays it to Gusto. Little flick from him around the corner. Good work from Gusto. It's going to fall from Moises Caicedo across the box to James. Gets it out to Garnacho. Up against Zappacosta. Can he get the ball into the box or get a shot? Plays it to James. Around the corner. Zappacosta was wise to it and will clear the ball for a throw. Here's Cucurella. Another throw. Just need a little bit of magic. Here's Garnacho. Another throw. Malagusto. Cucurella to Joao Pedro. He gets it across, but it's cleared by Kasunu in the middle for a Chelsea corner. We've been successful from these. We've taken it short. Here's Malagusto. Into James. Garnacho. Back to James. Frustrating that we didn't just swing the ball into the box there, honestly. It's gone all the way back to Sanchez now. He's going to launch the ball long to the left-hand side for Garnacho, who is onside. And now the flag's gone up and it will be offside. Kristovic will win the throw on the left side. About 12 minutes to play, plus whatever's added on. Ooh, question of a high boot in the middle on Daron, but he's back up to his feet immediately. It's not even a high foot. I don't know what the referee's given there. Edison. Edison will play the free kick. One in the middle by Cucurella. Here's Gusto. Caicedo will turn in the middle. Will be picked up by Edison. Cleared by Josh Achimpong. Here's Malo Gusto. Chance for Chelsea to break. Gets it to Joao Pedro. Back to Gusto. Reece James. Cuts back. Gets it across the pitch for Cucurella. Space for him. Garnacho. Doubled up on. He's going to turn and try and get away from Di Catalara, but he can't. Atalanta will pick the ball up again here. But the ball forward is a poor one, and Benoit Badiashile will keep it going. Here's Caicedo to Garnacho on the left side. 1v1 versus Zappacosta. Can he make something happen? Plays it into Joao Pedro. Gets it back to Garnacho. He's going to play the ball. Handball appeal, but I think proximity won't give that. Krstovic will not be able to hold the ball up, and on second try he does. Ketelara will sweep it out to Lookman. Up against Josh Achimpong once more. Can he beat him? Thinks better of it. Goes back to Ahanor. Krstavic's effort is blocked by Tosin. Joao Pedro has tried his little flick and it hasn't worked out again. It's Kasunu. Looks a bit of a frustrated figure up there, Joao Pedro now. I really feel like we should put two strikers on the pitch and just go for it. Malo Gusto with a good tackle in the middle. Never mind, the referee's given a foul. Lookman with a little flick, and Krstovic will take the free kick quickly. Here's Di Catalara. Need to close him down. He's going to take a strike, and it's gone in. Man, you know what? I don't often say this, but Cucurella has been so poor today. He has been so utterly trashed today. He has just not done any defending at all. Needs to put in a challenge. He just backs off him and just lets him take the strike. It's the quick free kick that's caught us out as well. Does it take a deflection? It might take a deflection here. Yeah, oh, it does. It takes a nasty deflection off of Cucurella. That's why Sanchez can't stop it. He gets a hand to it, to be fair, but he can't stop it. It's just silly, though. It needs to be closed down. It just walks forward, and our whole team just lets him walk into the box and shoot. I hate December, man. I actually hate watching this team on December. Here's Jamie Gittins. Gets the ball to Caicedo. He's going to launch it long to Garnacho. Good touch. Can we respond? Chance for him to whip the ball into the box. He does get it to Joao Pedro. Oh, he can't get a good enough connection on it. Josh will take the throw to Malo Gusto. It's cleared, but only as far as Caicedo. Badiashile will pick the ball up. Here's Tosin. He'll sweep it out to Reece James, who's on the left-hand side now. He plays the ball through the middle to Joao Pedro. Good turn from him. Gets it past Di Ketelara, but no one picked up the ball. vidIQ will then play it into Garnacho. Zappacosta will play it out for a throw. 5 minutes to play, plus whatever is added on. There has been a few stoppages. Ball over the top from Tosin is just so poor. I have no idea why Esteval and Guiu haven't been put on the pitch, man. Di Ketelara is going to challenge Cucurella again here. Beats him again. Here's Kristof. Oh, Kristovic, man. It's a bad shot in the end by Kristovic. Interesting changes here that Musa is coming on. He will come into the midfield. Obviously, ex-Milan. US international, but also Pasalic, who's obviously ex-Chelsea, is coming in as well. It's Lookman and Edison who are coming off. Chelsea will play short from the goal kick. Ball to Cucurella is a good one. Joao Pedro holds the ball up. Great. Here's Malagusto. Achimpong. Ball over the top for Joao Pedro. Touches it down. Can't get hold of it though. Ball's going to break here for Malagusto in the middle. Reece James. Ball needs to move quicker, man. Here's Caicedo. Josh Achimpong to Tosin. Here's vidIQ to Caicedo. To Tosin. Can he play the ball? Nope. Back to Caicedo. Tosin will then play the direct ball through the middle. Good work. Joao Pedro holds it up. It's Cucurella. Caicedo. Out wide to Garnacho. He's got Malagusto as the closest man to him. The ball was actually gone off the pitch. He didn't take his touch right. And that sums up our day, if I'm being honest. Ball back with the goalkeeper. Here's Bernasconi. Long ball from him. Won by Tosin. Picked up in the middle by Musa. But it will be a Chelsea throw. It's Benoit vidIQ again. Up to Cucurella. First time pass to Garnacho is a good one. He's up against Kasunu here. Can he run into the box here? Gets to the edge of the box. Garnacho takes a strike, and it's a great save from the goalkeeper. Really good, positive work from Alejandro Garnacho. Keeper saw it all the way, makes the save. Chelsea will go again. Here's Achampong to Gittins. Gets past his man. He's got Malagusto on the overlap. He will play it to Malagusto. Chance for him to get the ball across. He gets it across, but no one's there. It will fall to Jamie Gittins. Joao Pedro in the box. It's Reece James. Oh, and it's wide. Just never getting the opportunity to get those clean strikes away. It's a great layoff from Joao Pedro, and James just tries to bend it into the far corner and isn't able to. It's only 4 minutes of added time as well. Long ball from the goalkeeper. Goes right over the top and Sanchez will pick up the ball. His vidIQ moves on quickly because he was under pressure, but no one's there because Cucurella is playing in the midfield. We had a bit of a, opposite of what we normally do. We normally play poorly in the first half and come out in the second half and play well. We've done the complete opposite this time. Well, we played well in the first half and have been absolutely dreadful in the second half. Throw-in will eventually be taken after a bit of a scuffle between Benoit vidIQ and Kristovic. Will be a goal kick. Tosin will play the ball into James. He spins around and gets it to Cucurella. Chance for Chelsea to break. Here we go. Up to Garnacho. Cucurella again. He plays it in behind for Garnacho, but he's just not going to get there. Kasunu's got about a 10-foot head start on him. Kasunu came from Leverkusen. That's the team I was thinking of. Here's Tosin again. Caicedo. Reece James. There's just no urgency in our team to play the ball forward, man. It's so frustrating. Tosin will now play the daisy cutter, but it's going to fall down the left-hand side for Bernasconi. He's going to clear. There's a pull on one of our players, and it will cause us to get a free kick. Here we go. Taken quickly. Here's Reece James. vidIQ gets it to Malagusto. Garnacho. Good little turn from him against Zappacosta. Back to Reece James. Ball needs to go in the box, man. Ball does go into the box. The back post is Jamie Gittins. Good touch from him. He's got to the ball's got to go in the middle, man. It's just not going in. Here's Caicedo. Here's Gittins. Whips the ball in. It's going to deflect, but be cleared. Here's Benoit vidIQ. Malagusto. Malagusto will whip the ball to the back post where Josh Achampong is. Hits it back to Joao Pedro. And it's a fantastic save. Oh my goodness. That was it. That was the equaliser, and the goalkeeper's made a phenomenal save. And that's the final whistle. And you can't even be mad because we've been so poor. Like, been so poor. Just want to see this again. It could have... Oh. He just doesn't... He just tries to side foot the ball rather than lacing it. I hate when footballers do that, man. So frustrating. If he puts his laces through that ball on the volley, that goes straight in. The keeper doesn't stop it. But it's because he side footed it. It's the no power on the shot. says I can't even really be that mad because we just weren't the better side in that game. We were so poor in the second half. D. Ketelara, by far man of the match. I did get the correct prediction though. It was 2-1, just not to the right team. There was a fight. We can take that off. No set piece goals. No Guap, no Gittins things. Didn't really get any of these. I can't even take a free space for anything really because nothing for. Yeah, it's December curse, isn't it? We always just as soon as December comes around, we just turn into a completely different side. It's so frustrating. I don't know what it is. I don't know if the players don't like the weather or what. Got no clue. But yeah, we will be back. Our next game is on Saturday, I believe. We play Bournemouth, if I remember correctly. I'll check that just in case. No, we actually we play Everton on Saturday. So that's a 3 p.m. kickoff. So I don't think that there'll be I don't think it'll be shown online. So I might not be doing a stream for that game. The next one will probably be 3 days later. We play Cardiff in the EFL Cup. That'll probably be the next watch along. So I will see you guys then. Thank you for hanging out as ever. And yeah, I will see you in the next one.